We are back here at Shine's Barbecue in Fyffe, Alabama with Mr. Ike Ridgway's place. We want to thank him again for this sponsorship. We have two All-State guys here from the Fyffe Red Devils football team that does not need any announcement, but I'm going to announce them anyways. We have Logan Anderson and Mr. Tucker Wilks here. Guys, appreciate you guys coming in. First of all, you just got through eating some great Shine's Barbecue. What was your thoughts on the food? Logan, start.
This is pretty good. I think this person I ate here actually.
Really? It's right here in your backyard, too.
It's pretty good.
It customized your nachos for you, right? There you go. Wilks, what'd you have?
I had some ribs and fries. That's out. Pretty good.
Pretty legit stuff. All right. I appreciate you guys doing that for us as well. We like for everybody to sample the product up here. All right, we're going to start out. You guys have both been looked at as leaders on this team, even though at an early age. You guys come up in the system. You guys bleed Fyffe, in other words. And we're going to start right here with you, Logan. What's it been like growing up in this system? I know your dad played for Coach, albeit it is at Sylvania, but your family has been around Coach Benefield and his teaching so long, and your brother was a star here. But what's it been like for you personally growing up in this system with Coach Benefield and the Red Devils?
It's been pretty good, I guess. He's more like a father figure to me, more like a coach. He makes sure I'm straight, makes sure I do everything I'm supposed to do. He makes me have motivation for myself. He drives me to be a better guy, a better person, better football player. He keeps me in a good line, makes sure I'm not doing something I'm not supposed to be doing. He's just always there for me no matter what.
That's legit. Mr. Wilks, same kind of question for you. You grew up a guy who's been on a farm, done a lot of hard work away from football, but you grew up in this football system and structure. What's it been like for you?
Like Logan said, sort of like a father figure to us. He's always there for us if we need him. He keeps us headed straight where we need to go, and he's just really, really good.
No doubt. I'm going to go right back here with you, Wilks. I know when we posted a picture of you heading into your freshman season, and I made a post about you wrestling bulls in the off-season for fun, and the video we seen, I think, was you as a 7th grader when you was wrestling the bull on your Instagram, but that picture, it reached 80,000 people in 2 days, and it kind of burst on the scene. And there for a long time, wherever I'd go, people would ask, man, that dude looks like an animal. But you've had a lot of early success in your career early on. What's it been like for you?
It's been nice, but it's past stuff, some focus on what I can do next.
Gotcha. No doubt. You obviously have done a really good job with that. I appreciate, all the hard work you put into doing that. Same question for you, Logan. You also burst onto the scene. You being a legacy player, you have expectations on your shoulders. You went down to Auburn and did really well, and came back up here and started as a freshman and played unbelievable. You made the All-State team as well. What's it been like for you?
It's pretty amazing. It ain't all just me. It's good teammates, people around us, keep me pushing, and then good offensive line, defensive line, defense, offense, and all that, and then it ain't just me.
That's right.
Another good team.
One good thing about Fyffe, it's always been a team concept, and you guys obviously are good examples of that. As you just mentioned, everybody gets the praise for it. You had the nation's longest winning streak, and it was snapped 2 years ago. During that run, and you've seen all this stuff that's happened, all these championships, everything, is there a moment in time that you've looked back at that and said, man, that had to be correct?
Yeah. It's pretty amazing though to win that many games in a row. Not hardly anybody's done it, obviously, but it's all Coach Benefield and the way he coaches us and the way he leads us and all that good stuff. And then he just drivers to be a good team and make sure we're doing what we're supposed to do at home or when we're at football practice or at school or whatever else.
That's right. Same question for you, Logan. Tucker, what's it been like for you during the middle of that run? Have you had time to pause and look back and say, man, this is incredible?
I just felt like same old stuff we've always done, off the whole lot. So I feel like it was fully supposed to be.
Kind of business as usual approach. You guys both mentioned Coach Benefield. Let me ask you guys, when I say Coach Benefield's name, what does it mean to you personally?
It's like a second bat and keeps you doing what you're supposed to do.
I think what he does is going to help you in life once you leave football. Same question for you. Like,
Well, same thing that he said about being like a father figure. He's just like I don't know how to explain it, but it's just like if I'm out in public doing something, I make sure I'm not doing the wrong thing because I know he's got eyes up where and he'll know if I'm doing something wrong. So I'm not gonna do it at all. I'll try to stay away from all that stuff and get away from it and be a football player and focus on that.
because you guys are a branch of the program out in public. All eye on you, especially. Now, you guys did not win the state and not great. What was the message amongst the players in the off season, or maybe even immediately after that game, that y'all said amongst yourselves? I know what coaches is business as usual approach, but what did you guys say amongst yourselves? Think.
Work on ourselves and get better in the next 13th grade year as in least past year. Just get better and work harder. And that's what we did, and that worked out and won state again this year. So
did everything we could not to get beat again to sort of played out. We thought it would.
I'm going to start right back here with you, Wilks. Was there a point last season, maybe in a game, maybe during the practice, where everything just kind of clicked and y'all were like, all right, we are fixing to go do this thing. We're about to capture that blue map and bring it back to Fyffe.
I think with the Bandy game last year, because they're a really good team, and it was kind of rough there at the start, but once we sort of got going together, it worked pretty well.
Same thing?
yeah, pretty much.
Same. No, wasn't that game tied or something at halftime, or it's a close game? Or
I think they might have been beaten, but they might have been beaten. I think by a touchdown. Yeah.
you had a cousin that played in that team.
It's their range.
It's good to get a little revenge here, or not revenge. Show who's boss. Now, y'all are in a different type role this year. You guys were already leaders last year, but you had another group of leaders graduate. Brody Hicks amongst others. But when you guys approach this season, how is it different than your approach from last season?
Just be about the same. I mean, we've lost a few people like Brody and Jake Wooden and all them big people that outside of leadership and stuff. And obviously, me and Wilks and other people that need to step up, be leaders, and make sure everybody's keeping themselves on roll and do what they need to do to get better.
I think I need to work on being more vocal and stuff, because I try to do everything I'm supposed to, like workouts or practice, but getting on by other people, I'm not as good as I'm not to get better at that.
Vocally. You just lay the wood if somebody's out of line. I'll start back here with you, Wilks. I got two individual questions for you guys. We're going to rewind the clock to the championship game on this question for each one of you, and I'm going to start with Wilks. Wilks, there was a decision which I talked to Coach Benefield about in the post-game press conference. He moved you to sniffer back last year. He put you in the backfield for multiple reasons during the game planning that week or whatever. Coach and I talked about the reasons. That decision paid off. Had you practiced that prior? I mean, obviously you did probably the week of the game, but during the season, had you practiced that?
I do like more big plays the entire season.
And when Coach approached you with that, and you obviously took that role very seriously, was it pan out? You were making some licks, hearing some holes, basically. What was your mindset heading into that game? Was there any nerves there or anything? Or how did that all pan out?
It's pretty much the same thing as playing tackling. I was just working further off the ball, but it felt like an on the end.
Yeah, because you did a really good job of that. I was going to ask you. And were you coaching the guys that replaced you on the line, helping them out? Good. That's good. I was wondering about that. There had to be some communication going on during the huddles and things. Logan, you had a little different approach last year. You had an unfortunate injury in the playoffs that sidelined you for the state championship game. And then Brody went out there like Brody does, one of the most grittiest performances I've seen in high school in a long time. And I'm sure you was giving him some words on the sidelines to help him and things. What were some of the things you were doing on the sidelines, because I seen you over there doing a lot of communicating.
Yeah.
What were you saying to Brody and the guys, offensive guys?
Trying to motivate people, make sure they wasn't dropping their heads. And man, first of the game, Kamori ran out, man, like a 60-something yard touchdown maybe. And, obviously, early out in the game, something like that happens. It's gonna affect your motivation or your ability to play for the rest of the game, maybe, because you're coordinating little stuff. But, just want to make sure they kept their heads up and everything was going good in their thoughts and stuff, make sure they wasn't going to give up already,
Yeah, because you're right. They scored early, and then they had another big pass play on the next drive or whatever. That momentum was swing. Remember, Wilks' sack was what got y'all that first ball back when fourth down. Yeah, it was a game of momentum. I mean, it was really fun to watch. All right, guys, got to ask y'all a question. Each one of y'all's got to answer this thing. Give me your favorite Coach Benefield moment so far. Maybe it's a chewing you got. Maybe it's something funny you said. Just something that stands out about Coach during the game.
I don't know. There's a lot to think of, man.
You got to be careful answering this.
Yeah. I probably did say last year, whenever first game of the season we played Geraldine, I guess I overhydrated or something, and I was throwing up in the middle of the game as the plays were going. I was just puking continuously, and I just couldn't stop puking for some reason. And then I was running to him, and I was throwing up still, and he's like, "What did you do? You did come out of the game for?" I was like, "Coach, I'm puking." He's like, "I don't care. Get back in the game." And then I couldn't puke, and he eventually let me sit on the sideline for a play or two, but I played probably 10 times better after I threw up.
Yeah, you played that. You played a real good game. One of the best highlights we'd say. What about you, Wilks?
I don't really, like I say,
Nothing's jumping off the page.
well, I couldn't say it.
That's cool. That's cool.
I don't know.
You got to be careful answering that. What about memories? What's your favorite memory of each one of you guys since you've been at Fyffe? Let's start with Wilks.
Probably won in state last year.
I had this surreal moment, what it was.
Probably same thing. I didn't get to participate playing. I mean, watching all like Birdie and all them. Birdie having a spotlight game, him get MVP and all that stuff. And I know it's got to feel good, and I'm glad he got to do that this year.
Well, it's good that you was a big part of the championship, though. I can assure you that. Just getting there, what was a big part of it was you as well. When you see a town like Fyffe, and I want both you guys to answer this as well, this is not normal. I go all over the state in all classifications. The fan base and the loyalty you guys have here to this Fyffe Red Devil Nation is second to none. What's it like playing out there on that field right over your bias on Friday nights?
It's pretty awesome because, I know we got fans like B-Man and Sammy Thompson and all them that truly believe in it, and they believe in all of us and know we got what it takes to win the game we play. And it's just pretty awesome knowing that you got loyal fans and all that stuff that people, because you look up in the stands and see everybody's genuinely like ready for this football game and ready for everything and acting, ready for us to win and all that stuff. And just, it's good motivation and gives me a reason to go out there and play it Friday night.
Yeah, Coach Benefield said it best. He said, long after Coach Benefield's gone, B-Man's still going to be a Fyffe fan. Same question for you, Wilks. That's it meant a lot.
It's great walking out there Friday nights and looking up stands, see it, everybody in town. You get a little tired out there, you can just switch up there and see everybody cheering. Gives you an extra boost. You feel it.
So it's a different place, very special. Now, before we shut this interview down, I'm going to ask you guys one final question each, like both you guys answer this. Logan, when you look back at what you've done so far, you've all-state championship ring, you've carried, obviously, the legacy, the mantle of the Anderson name to different levels. What's been your most proud thing, something that stuck out to you that makes you feel personally proud of your hard work and dedication?
I don't really think about that much stuff so much. And after the game's over, I kind of throw it past. Because there's nothing. I guess I like winning as a team more than anything. I don't really like just thinking of myself whenever something good happens. Obviously, it ain't just be me, but I don't know. I couldn't really tell you that.
Same kind of question for you, Wilks. Is there anything stuck out that you feel very proud about in your career? You've accomplished so much so soon.
What do we say? It's
All team.
team sport. So, yes, probably one state champ.
Just being a Fyffe Red Devils all in itself is very special. Well, I appreciate you guys. Also appreciate Ike bringing us in to get to try out this world famous barbecue food here, and you guys sitting in with us. And thank you guys very much. This video will be up very soon.